Here on CBS Sports Radio with the latest CBS Sports update is Dexter Henry.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flash.
All right, thank you, Jody Mack. Let's get everybody caught up on the top 25 college football action going on right now. And we've got Iowa State and Oklahoma, number 14 Oklahoma, with a 50-20 lead in the fourth quarter over Iowa State. In the fourth quarter, number 17 Duke with a 14-13 lead over number 11 Notre Dame. Also in the fourth, number 21 Tennessee doubling up South Carolina 34-17. In the second quarter, number 12 Alabama with a 17-10 lead over Mississippi State. Just underway, number 7 Washington 7-0 lead over Arizona, and about to kick off, number 25 Fresno State is hosting Nevada. Earlier today in Boulder, the much-anticipated matchup between USC and Colorado saw Buffalo's comeback fall just short. Deion Sanders' squad outscored the Trojans 27-14 in the second half, but they fell 49-41 for their second straight loss. And after the game, Coach Prime was proud of the effort by his team.
Overall, I'm really proud of not only the young men, the coaches, the fan base, the student body, all of you. I'm truly proud of the way we represented Boulder today. I really am.
That was a 48-41 loss for Colorado. Elsewhere in the top 25, we had some upsets. Number 20 Ole Miss, they rallied to stun number 13 LSU 55-49. In Lexington, Kentucky, they upended Florida 33-14. Now to the teams who took care of business. Top-ranked Georgia, they knocked off Auburn 27-20. Number 2 Michigan, they walloped Nebraska 45-7. Number 3 Texas toppled number 24 Kansas 40-14. Penn State, 6th-ranked team, they crushed Northwestern 41-13. 8th-ranked USC, they held off Colorado, as the score I told you before, 48-41. Missouri, 23rd ranked, they cut down Vanderbilt 38-21. And 9th-ranked Oregon, they stomped Stanford 42-6. You heard from Jody Mack about the Rangers clinching the AL West. Some other scores: the Tigers blanked the Guardians 8-0. The Marlins, they clinched the postseason berth with a 7-3 win over the Pirates. The Mets, they sweep a doubleheader with the Phillies. I'm Dexter Henry.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the stage. Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool drops.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Your brain is an amazing thing, but as you get older, it naturally begins to change, causing a lack of sharpness or even trouble with recall. Thankfully, the breakthrough in Prevagen helps your brain and actually improves memory. The secret is an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, Prevagen has been shown to improve memory. A Pharmacy Times National Survey of Pharmacists rated Prevagen the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand for the 5th year in a row. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere without a prescription. Help your memory. Try Prevagen today. Prevagen. Healthier brain, better life. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
If you missed the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter, then you missed.
Evan is up in Whiteville.
At a certain point, we can call a spade a spade. Donnie Kirkpatrick has had terrible play call choices on first down ever since Holt Naylor took over. I don't know how many times I sat here, me as Joe Blow, just watching it, a couch quarterback, and called first play, halfback draw right in the middle. Second play, bubble screen to the left, and we're looking at 3rd and 9 with an inexperienced quarterback, and then everything just blows up in our face.
When the fourth quarter ends, the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter begins. Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood. Voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Where is their live music every night? Where is the place to watch football with the biggest TV in Greenville? Where is their live bands every Friday and Saturday night with the best bartenders and drinks in town? Located at Bells Fork, we're open every day until 2 a.m. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. And we will see you at the Buck. Go Pirates!
Get ready for tailgate season at Shimmer Boutique. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer has the best selection of game day apparel and accessories for ladies. And gentlemen, Shimmer has a newly restocked wide selection of t-shirts with brands like Local Boy, Old South, Southern Fried Cotton, and the newest edition, Pimp Shrimp. Shimmer has everything you need this fall. They carry the largest selections of Yetis and Hey Dudes and more. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique with locations in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville. Go Pirates!
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when the little things in life are hard, like when your flight has no Wi-Fi, but no one can disturb you while you recline and enjoy a beer. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up a Bud Light at a local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What do I like about being a local agent for Farm Bureau Insurance? Above all, I like helping people. Using my insurance experience to make Pirate Country a better, safer place. Insurance is a necessity, and I take pride in helping people find the right coverage for all their needs. I'm Brandon Manning. Call me at 252-531-1812 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote, and to learn more about Farm Bureau Insurance and how they can save you time and money. That's Brandon Manning at 252-531-1812.
Listening to the Jody Mack Show. Like Mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, well, maybe it needs to be said anyway. Here's Jody Mack.
Didn't know my producer, Chris Hess, was the Zeppelin guy. 2 straight Zeppelin returns. You won't hear me complaining. Jody Mack here with your Saturday night get-together on CBS Sports Radio. Got not 1, not 2, but 3 good guests coming your way. Rick Saratella, NFL Draft Bible, and he's got some new projects he's working on. AllAccessFootball.com is going to hop in. We're going to talk mostly about the draft with Ricky when we get him up. Matt Adams, reporter for the Golf Channel and host of his syndicated show, Fairways of Life, which is as good a golf talk show as you're going to find anywhere. It's going to join me. It's an interview I taped earlier today because he's in Rome at the Ryder Cup. So he needs to be up relatively early in the morning, so there was no way he was coming on live. So I taped an interview with him. There is one key piece of information that we did that we don't have when we did the interview. They've already come up with the pairings for the Ryder Cup final day, the singles matches. I'll have those for you. He and I talk about what we think the captains are going to do in choosing the list of their players. Well, now we know, but you'll hear me talk to Matt about that, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts on how the captains laid out their matchups for tomorrow's Ryder Cup singles play. And a little later tonight.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock.
All right, another trip out to Rice. And another L for the Pirates, 24-17 this time. As East Carolina drops to 1-4 on the year, 0-1 in conference play. Pirates could not muster enough offense tonight. Ugly game, and East Carolina loses it and remains winless against FBS opponents in 2023. We're taking your calls on the Halloween Express live line, 317-1250. Jason Nichols, Marcus Crandall, and Billy Weaver alongside. We've got the Wings over Greenville to drown our sorrows. We'll grab some of those and come back with your calls, 317-1250. Back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
With U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not going to like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh, boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Get 1, 2, or 3 lines for $19.99 per line right now at Atlantic Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Bellhaven, Snow Hill, and 3 locations in Greenville.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
The time to save on new furniture is now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible end of summer sell-off. Save on our huge selection of furniture for every room. Hundreds of items in stock, ready for immediate delivery. And if that's not enough, get 6 months special financing. Improve your sleep on a great new mattress with 48 months special financing. This is a great time to buy new furniture during the end of summer sell-off going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard. Like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, Here's Clip Brock.
Hi, welcome in. The U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And we'd love to have you on YouTube and Facebook Live as well. Please give us a subscribe and a like, and we would appreciate that here on a late Saturday night. Pirates losing 24-17 to Rice, and we have calls locked up. Lines are locked up and loaded right now. Guys, you want to do a quick thoughts on this one?
I'll start. Ugly football on both sides, especially down the end. And Rice gave East Carolina every opportunity in the world to go and steal that football game, and East Carolina had no answer for it. It was just pitiful football from both teams down the stretch.
Marcus?
I mean, I think both teams had opportunities even throughout the game. We had a turnover. Both teams turned the ball over. I know the best thing that we did last week was our defense got the ball. We went down and scored points, whether it was 7 or 6s or 3. We got something out of it. We didn't see that today. We had more drop balls again today, and we gotta find a way to come down with those catches, man. Somehow or another, we got to help the quarterback out, and then quarterback, we got to get more accurate with the throws.
All of the above. Jason, you wanna wait?
Yeah, I better wait.
You're fired up after this one. All right, 317-1250 on the Halloween Express live line. Let's hear what you guys have to say. David Brooks, Mike, hang on. We'll start with Cameron in Goldsboro. Hey, Cameron.
Guys.
Yeah.
He held Rice to what, 90 yards in the first half? 90 yards in the first half, and we were losing. We were losing, giving up 90 yards of offense in the first half. Our defense gave our offense plenty of opportunities, and we can't do jack squat. This is year 5, guys, of Mike Houston and Donnie Kirkpatrick, and you can't develop a quarterback to replace Holton Ahlers. Alex Flynn is not the guy. Mason Garcia is not the guy. What was the coaching staff doing? Rice got JT Daniels. JT Daniels played with one leg and willed his team to a win. Why couldn't we try to go get JT Daniels out of the transfer portal? Oh, my God. And don't get me started with the reviews. There were more play stands on the field by the referees than there were fans in the stands in the freaking game. Oh, my gosh. 90 yards of offense in the first half, and we're losing. And then we have almost 400 yards of total offense the entire game. 400 yards of offense the entire game, and we only score 1 touchdown. This offense is a complete, total, unmitigated, nuclear disaster. It doesn't start with Donnie Kirkpatrick. Donnie Kirkpatrick has got to go. We got a bye week. We need to get rid of him. We need to ship him to Ukraine. Mike Houston has got to go. Is on the hot seat. Mike Houston on the hot seat. We went 8-5 last year, but we won a bowl game. Okay, great. But we should have won 11 games. We have consistently underperformed in key situations in the past 5 years. This loss to Rice is a total disaster. It is horrible. It is 2016 all over again. Rice only has 4,000 students that go to the school there, and we lose. They can't even fill half the stadium up. I mean, oh, my God, it's pathetic we're losing to Rice. And everybody complaining in the offseason about, oh, we got to get out the AAC. Well, guess what, guys? We might not win another football game, and the only other football game we might have a chance to win is against Charlotte, and we might not even win that. Questions have to be asked. Call Chandler Honeycutt right now. Tell him to ask in the pregame post conference what Mike Houston is going to do about Donnie Kirkpatrick. This is a disaster offensively. It's inexcusable. 90 yards of offense in the first half, and you're losing. This is ridiculous. Go Pirates, but something has to change, guys. The ship has sunk. The ship is at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. 1-11 season incoming. Go Pirates.
Cameron in Goldsboro. Saw a lot of Facebook posts that said, he said it all, show's over, go home, end of show, nothing else to say. Cameron said a mouthful there. Thank you for the call.
I don't disagree with really anything that he said.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to disagree with anything.
317-1250, Mike's up next in Greenville. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Clip, you called me the closer, but I promise you I won't be awake by the time you guys close this one, so I'm going to go with it.
All right, go ahead. We'll give you a spot start tonight then.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We heard all week that this is when it all begins. Conference play is when it all starts. You say that because you're not a good enough team to be in the playoff race, so you say, okay, let's start at conference. And in all honesty, this was probably our real barometer to see where we were as a football team. We heard all week that Rice's secondary was acceptable, and we could not get any separation whatsoever. There were no playmakers down the field. We couldn't do anything to advance the ball. We had the perfect opportunity in the first half for Mason Garcia, a la Jalen Hurts run to push him in the end zone, and we go with Alex Flynn for the hurry up, and it looked like it's timeout, and they all sit down and fall right there at the line of scrimmage. We tried in the second half with Mason Garcia from the 3, and it doesn't work out. I mean, we've talked about the play calling all year long, and it hasn't been very good. We don't have the playmakers to get separation against a Rice team whose secondary is atrocious, and we couldn't do anything with it. We have a week a week and a half off, I guess, to prepare to get ready for SMU, but I really don't know what we're preparing for. We still don't know who we are as a team. I really like what Bonds has done. I think he stands a chance to be a very good player here at ECU if he stays. He is an electric playmaker. I look forward to see what he has coming in the future, but I really don't see what our future looks like this year.
All right, Mike, it is pretty bleak as we sit here 5 games, almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, and I agree with Mike, too. No shots down the field. I agree with the 4th down call. I agreed with going for it on 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line or whatever. I didn't disagree with going for it. I disagreed with the call, and I agree with Mike 100% in that situation. Why are you not putting Mason Garcia in that and having that Mason Garcia package right down there on the goal line? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think that was a big swing point in this game, and there's so many things that you can pick out of this. We talked about offensive line play. There were guys that were missing blocks. There were guys that just didn't look like they knew what was going on. Flynn didn't look comfortable to me. He looked like he was throwing off balance half the time. He wasn't following through on his passes. Some of the passes that were there were missed. They were just flat out dropped, or he was throwing low and guys were having to go get the ball. The offense just did not seem in sync tonight at all.
No, it didn't. I tell you what, I sat over here and I thought a little bit because I wanted to give a good reaction to the game. And a long story short, that's not acceptable. We can say whatever we want. That was our litmus test. I kept saying that this was going to be a litmus test for us because, we had all these other things that we could hide behind. But tonight, there's no hiding. We are what we just saw on that film. And we got to address that. We got to fix that. And we got to do it with a sense of urgency. And I'm trying to say this as nicely and as I can, but we got to get it fixed. We're pride. We're all Pirates, man. Yeah. And my pride right now is hurting because that's not what we're about right there. And I hate to say it that way, but that's not what we're about. We got to be better than that. We expect more than that.
All right, thanks for the call, Mike. 317-1250. We'll keep the calls rolling. Let's go to Brooks in New York. Hey, Brooks.
Hey, guys. Jason, I agree with everything that you just said. My pride is hurt as well, and I can't imagine what it's like for you and Marcus who, have got to don the letters for so many good years of ECU football. I really feel for you guys. I feel for Vontae Leach, who was there, and I hope he left at halftime after that first half of offense. So, honestly, like that to me, and I don't get riled up a lot about ECU football, but that was just so piss poor that I have no idea what to expect for the rest of the year. I think what Billy said about change and sense of urgency going into the bye week, it's a perfect time to maybe make a change somewhere, maybe open the press box, maybe somebody calling the plays. 317 Fire Donnie. as I tweeted out during the game. And I continue to call in every week and say that the receivers are not making the quarterback look good, not that we have a good quarterback play right now, and the fact that we continue to drop passes, all right? And then also when we catch the passes, we're trying to run through the defender or put somebody in a highlight reel instead of taking a plant foot in the ground and turning upfield. Multiple times tonight, we could have down.
You just hit it on
right
the head.
Out of our mouth that we talked
about that.
We got in a heated discussion.
That's right. That's right. You got to put your foot.
You got to know where you are on the field.
Was it on a third or a fourth down? I think it was on a late fourth down.
The
play.
Fourth down call.
Yeah, that's right. The receiver doesn't put his foot in the ground and turn upfield and get to the sticks.
It's incredible, and it's like, oh, well, they're young. Well, this guy played 3 games at Colorado last year. I'm sure that he was taught in high school playing football, hey, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and then, we got to stand, you make one catch, and we got to stare someone down, and, wipe our nose, everything like that when we're losing the game, signaling a first down. So, I don't know. They need to fix the culture because this sure as hell not working, and I don't have anything else to say because Cameron stole the thunder with the first call of the night. Thank you. I'm going to hang up and listen. Go Pirates, and hopefully Team USA tees off at 5:30 tomorrow morning, and you guys are not still on the air.
We will not be.
Amen
I will guarantee that. Out of here way before that. All right, 317-1250 on the Halloween Express live line. David is up in Greenville. Hey, David.
Hey, gentlemen. I would say how you doing, but you probably feel as happy as I do inside. So, look, I'm going to keep it short. Long snappers did great again. That's about the only positive thing I can say. At some point, there's got to be accountability for the wide receivers for dropping balls and offensive linemen missing blocks and offensive coordinators not making good calls. So there has to be accountability sometime. And stat of the night, we are third to the bottom. Iowa and Eastern Michigan are the only ones below us in offensive output for prior to the game. So 2 things in life that don't lie: the eye in the sky and the scale or stat. So anyways, you guys have a good night. Hope it doesn't take too long, and go Pirates.
All right, thank you for the call, and thank you for keeping it swift and brief, David. All right, 317-1250. Kyle in LaGrange coming up, Charles, but right now we will take a break. Also, Terry coming up. We do have a line open on the Halloween Express live line, 317-1250. Thanks to Wings Over Greenville for the awesome post-game food. They are open late and will deliver to your door if you want to watch some late-night football. I think Washington and Arizona going at it. And how about Notre Dame is going to steal one, it appears, from Duke as they score a late touchdown. We'll update you on that and more and get back to your calls when we return. U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
360 Golf Carts is Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. They have easy-go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by the 360 shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, 360 has you covered. They will even deliver right to you. Visit Brian Harris today on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Gina from Naughty Life in downtown Washington, inviting you to come shop our Restock store. We are back from market with a great selection of everything Yeti and much more. For back to school, we have Scout lunch bags and book bags in all new patterns. We also have a great selection of t-shirts, including Old Row, Southern Fried Cotton, and Local Boy. Remember, we always provide free gift wrapping with your purchase. Shopping is always fun at Naughty Life in beautiful downtown Washington on Main Street.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
You know, for having such a bleak outlook on pirates, you're well on your way to becoming one.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right. SMU moves to 2-2 on the season as they defeated Charlotte 34-16. Duke is trailing Notre Dame 21-14 with about 30 seconds to go in that game. Tennessee beating up on South Carolina 41-20 with just under 3 minutes to go in that game. Michigan State trailing Iowa 23-16. Appalachian State trailing UL Monroe 40-38 with about 4.5 minutes to go in that game. Virginia Tech 35, Pittsburgh 21 with under 8 minutes to go. West Virginia and TCU are tied at 21 apiece in the fourth quarter. At the half, it is Alabama 31, Mississippi State 10. Washington leads Arizona 14-7 in the second quarter. And Fresno State and Nevada are underway. They are just about under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score as of yet. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard brought to you by the Buck. They have all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Kick off the day at the Buck every Sunday with the largest 4K screen in Greenville along with 18 TVs. So you don't miss a single game. They'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. 317-1250, the number on the Halloween Express live line. All right, we'll get back to your calls because lines are locked and loaded. By the way, Duke loses the game and maybe loses their quarterback, Leonard, shaking up, bad injury there, lower leg injury.
Yeah, he had to be helped off the field by two of his teammates and did not put any weight whatsoever on that ankle. Doesn't look good.
Just a disaster of the last 5 minutes. Duke looked like they were in a pretty good spot there, but Notre Dame steals one in Durham. All right, Drew, Terry, Charles, hang on. We go next to Kyle in LaGrange. Hello, Kyle.
Duke lost their quarterback. They can have both of ours. Look, now, Flynn did about the best he could do tonight, considering the help he got from receivers and the offensive line. Can Shane coach the O-line again? Can we just go ahead and put him back on the sidelines? I don't believe we've ever had a good offensive line here at East Carolina since I've been alive without Steve Shankweiler coaching them, except when Ruffin was here. I mean, can he come out of retirement? Look, this is pathetic, beyond pathetic. What is a better adjective for pathetic that makes it more pathetic than pathetic? It's super duper pathetic. I don't understand how year 5. First of all, let's start at the beginning. How do you mess up this whole quarterback situation so bad? How do you think Mason Garcia is the answer? How do you think he's the next Jesus Christ on a football field? How do you think he's the next Brett Favre? Oh, God, we better not let Mason transfer if Holton comes back. And now he ain't even playing. You got Flynn out there doing the best he can. You know, I really don't believe Flynn's a true FBS quarterback, but he's doing the best he can considering the situation. He knows the offense. The O-line sucks. I don't know how we have not recruited better at receiver. We were considered wide receiver U at one point. You know, how many record-setting wide receivers played at East Carolina over the years, particularly into the Ruffin McNeil days? And now, you know, you look at there, you got Josiah Hatfield, and I don't normally call players out, but being players want to be paid now, I don't give a damn. You got Josiah Hatfield, who's been here for 5 years, and he's just now starting. There's a reason why. Jalen Johnson comes here from Georgia. He's got potential, but he's too scared to take a hit. So well, he's got good hands. He gets open. He had a lot of catches tonight, but he's not physical. We don't look like a Mr. Mike Houston, Mr. Physicality, Mr. Hard-Nosed old-school football. Your football team looks like a bunch of pansies. I want to use another P word, but I'll stick with pansies. They don't look very tough to me, Coach. You love to be hard-nosed and tough. We got pushed around tonight by Rice. The Harvard of Texas, Rice, out-physical us tonight. I just, the goal line, 4th and 1 call, not being able to punch it in, the way our defense got worn down in the 4th quarter, you know, I don't even know where to go. There's so much bad. For year 5, and I've been a Mike Houston supporter, this is, and I've said it since game 2. I didn't say it after the Michigan game. I don't think Mike Houston thought he would be here for year 5, and this looks like somebody who did not do well preparing to be here for year 5. We needed to do a better job in the portal getting receivers. We should have been recruiting a quarterback out of the portal instead of waiting until after spring. And then we were still telling all the quarterbacks, from what I understand, that we were trying to talk to from the portal post-spring that Mason was going to be the guy. And, you know, we were just looking for a backup. This is ridiculous. And Flynn, you know, didn't look horrible tonight, but that's one of the worst pass defenses in America. You know, that held us to 17 points. The people saying, fire Donnie, fire Donnie, fire Donnie. Well, okay, so you got Shane Montgomery on staff. He coached at Miami of Ohio several years back, OC at Buffalo recently. So you fire Donnie this week and you make Shane Montgomery the OC. Do you really think it's going to make a difference? I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think we're looking at 1-11 or 2-10. And in year 5, that's unacceptable. And I don't know what you do because, you know, our genius athletic director, John Gilbert, when Mike Houston got his raise, I had no problem with Mike Houston getting a raise. But what I had a problem with is what his base salary is. His base salary is $1.4 million. He's got 3 years left on that contract. That means you got to buy out that base salary for $1.4 million times 3 if we go 1-11 to get rid of his ass. So we're in a terrible situation. There needs to be wholesale offensive staff coaching changes at the end of this season. There needs to be philosophy changes to what we're doing on offense. And we better be hitting the portal hard because we ain't got no playmakers beyond Bonds. I think if Sowell can put on some more pounds, he's got good hands. He can catch the ball. He just needs to be a little bit more physical. Beyond that, I don't see much on the offensive side of the ball to be optimistic about. This sucks big time. Now on the more important things, I'm an open book clip, as you know. I'm going to ask Pirate Nation for prayers. I go in Tuesday to get CT scans and blood work. It's my 6-month checkup to make sure I'm still cancer-free. So bigger, more important thing. So I believe in prayer. So keep me in your thoughts and prayers. And that's all I got. Go Pirates. And I'm glad we have an off week.
All right, Kyle. Good luck. I know you've been battling with some stuff, and thank you for calling in. We appreciate it as always.
Yeah, Kyle, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers, man, and well said with a lot of that stuff. And this is the second time I've heard this come up. Kyle had just mentioned it, that a lot of people think that Mike Houston thought that he wouldn't be around for year 5, and maybe it's showing. And I don't say I disagree with that.
I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's like if I'd call it a conspiracy theory, but it you could point to a lot of things that would make it accurate right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all about facts and figures, and the facts are the talent has not been developed on this team, and especially at quarterback the way it should have. We questioned that, ad nauseum last year. With not getting Garcia ready, knowing that you were having a 5th-year quarterback that was going to be leaving and not getting him in, and it just it's just not a good look, if anything else.
And I talk about the playmakers and the drops and things like that, but Jason, going off what Kyle said, you talked about it a lot in this game. Our offensive line getting whipped and just getting outmanned.
Yeah, we got exposed tonight. It wasn't good. It wasn't pretty. And yeah, they showed a lot tonight. We were getting beat quickly up front. Everybody wonders why Flynn is not, playing well. I'm going to tell you guys, and Mark C can tell you because he played the position. It's not a good feeling when you start getting hit because people are getting turned loose up front. It makes you antsy and jumpy in the pocket. It makes you want to get rid of the ball. It makes you want to escape the pocket sooner than what you really have to, because you've been conditioned over so many reps of getting hit and people coming free in your face. So it starts there too. It's blame that can go everywhere right now. I'm not, I know we're talking about the O-line too, but it's everywhere. The one position I will say that plays the best are the running backs.
The running backs. And Javius Bond was mentioned as, the bright spot. I think you got to throw Rajay in there as well. Rajay's had some good runs. He's played hard. He's had some hard runs. Yeah. Those are the two guys offensively. Shane, I thought, had a pretty good night tonight. There were a couple of other opportunities where I thought, we talked about this. You get your hands on the ball, especially on that 4th down. You get your hands on the ball, you got to catch it. And that goes for the tight ends as well. So, like you said, too, there's a lot of blame to go around.
A lot of blame.
317-1250. We'll continue with the calls. We've got about 375 more viewers than we have likes right now on YouTube. So if y'all could hit that thumb, we'd appreciate that. That'd be nice. Let's go to Charles in Richmond. Hey, Charles.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Great. How are you?
Not good, Charles. Not good.
I'm feeling the exact same way, guys. I'm trying to be measured here and find some objectivity and positivity tonight. I will say that in the first half, between the 20s, I thought for the first time in a long time that Donnie may have figured out how to run a damn offense. But then anytime we got in the red zone, especially in that first half, it just didn't. We couldn't cash in. Just could not cash in. Admittedly, I think that the personnel on the 4th and goal situation to end the half was not correct. Like, if you're going to get Mason in the game, and you've said before kickoff that doesn't matter what the situation is, what Alex is doing, we're going to get Mason in, take some snaps. Like, that's the opportune time to do so. Not, 1st and goal from the 4, right? Like, that was your time to do that. And when it doesn't happen 2 times, I'm glad they finally put Flynn in so that he could throw the ball and we could get bailed out by a ref throwing the flag so we could run the same play 3 consecutive times with Rajay to finally get the first and only touchdown for the team tonight, right? Like, we're just rudderless, but I do see progress tonight. As odd as that is to say, I feel like I saw progress because we could actually move the ball consistently throughout the night. I thought the defense played well for the majority of the game. We got pressure on the quarterback. We sacked multiple quarterbacks from Rice tonight. Javius Boyd, I didn't realize he changed his name at halftime from Bond to Boyd. I thought had a phenomenal night. Rajay had some good runs. The running back's definitely doing well. It's happy to see Shane get involved more tonight. Obviously, that fourth down play, like if it hits your hands, I don't care who you are, you need to bring that in, especially at that point. But like, there was progress, but I'm trying to stay optimistic for the rest of the season, because I think it was Kyle who said, 1-11, 2-10 is what he's looking at, right? Like, I gotta hope and believe that there's more than that this season for us. But come on, like this is just year 5. We can't be doing this. Just can't be doing it. Thanks, guys. Go Pirates.
All right, appreciate the call, Charles. Charles in Richmond tonight. 317-1250, Halloween Express live line. Terry's up in Greenville. Hey, Terry.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
I would like to offer a little bit of a silver lining before I throw myself off this mountain over by my house. I remember I just had a birthday this past week, and I turned 70 years old. I feel like I'm 50 because I'm a Pirate, of course. And I remember I've had season tickets from East Carolina football since the 80s. And I recently remember, in recent memory, going to all the games when we had a coach who nobody wants to talk about, but his name was Scotty Montgomery. And we won, I think, 9 games in 3 years. And the coach, everybody's calling out right now, Mike Houston came in after winning an FCS championship against North Dakota State and Youngstown State, which nobody could beat, came in and had to completely endeavor, and he's still endeavoring, I think, to change the culture at East Carolina. And this man, after 3 years, had a team that was the most inept team I've seen at East Carolina in all my many, many years of going and having season tickets to East Carolina football, to winning 7 games, which I never thought would happen again. The next year, he had the audacity to win 8 games. And then this year, after he's lost some of his best players, is struggling. Now, who could imagine that happening after winning the total yardage leader in American Athletic Conference history and one of the best running backs East Carolina has ever had have a little bit of an opportunity? So the silver lining I'm talking about that I am seeing is, number one, the man hasn't told Pirate Nation, which all the negativity, to bye-bye, I'm going to State, or I'm going to Carolina.
I don't think he's been offered.
No.
I bet you if you offer that.
He hadn't had a chance to do that.
Right. But the silver lining I'm seeing is you have Javius Bond, you have a few other players that are promising, have a lot of heart, some wide receivers that are young, have a lot of heart. But the problem is, one of the problems is, number one, we've got the best size offensive line I've seen in a while, but they're young and they don't have a lot of heart. They're big, fast guys, but they get in the way, but they're gonna get better. They don't know. Alex Flynn shows splices of brilliance, but he hasn't.
Splices.
People want to call out Mike Houston because he hasn't developed Mason Garcia. He hasn't developed Alex Flynn. Hey, the coaches can't get on the field and play the game. He can't put Mason Garcia out there and make him think and not flip out with him. He's got all these.
Yeah, but you can put Mason Garcia on 4th and 1 at the goal line.
Exactly. Thank you.
Exactly, Weaver.
Thank you.
That's his point.
Thank you. My point exactly.
All right.
I don't know anything about football. I've been watching football since the 60s, but I would have put, if you're going to run the ball on 1 foot, well, personally, I would have handed the ball off to Rajay, but if you're going to give it to a quarterback, I would have given it to Mason if he couldn't get a foot. You know, I would have put him in some kind of Carolina Pirate jail or something, but I'm pretty sure he could have done that. But,
Terry.
You know, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not the play caller, but my problem with that is I like Mike Houston. He's brought us a long way, but, you know, I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure whatever call Kirkpatrick decides to call, he can veto it. Evidently, he decided not to veto that goal line quarterback thing. But anyway.
Terry, you about got it, man? We got it. We got calls. We got to go.
But anyway, I think we can win some more games this year. We got some players on defense. Our whole defense has heart.
I kind of just want to let him keep talking and let's just go home.
Y'all keep being negative and see what gets you.
All right, thanks, Lou.
I like the last comment, though. Our defense does have heart.
Way to end on a bang, Terry. Good stuff. All right, 317-1250, and happy belated birthday to you, man. Thanks for tuning in late night with us. All right, Drew is up in Asheville. Hey, Drew.
Hey, guys. I would say how y'all doing, but we all know how we're doing. First of all, Pirate Nation has Kyle's has his back, and thoughts and prayers to him moving forward. Just a couple bullet points, and then I'll end with a question. You know, we're thinking about, like, as a Pirate fan since 91, what is worse, like losing bad during the Thompson era and the Moe era, or these close games that we feel like we can win, and then we just right now aren't pulling through with just certain plays don't go our way, or we're not putting the offense matching the defense, matching the special teams. Just frustrating to watch. In my opinion, you know, the offense has zero flow and identity. Watching the App State game against us, they were that outside zone. Outside zone, it's like teams have an identity on offense to do what works for them, and I just don't see that with us. It's run it up the middle or quarterback draw on 3rd and 8 with the game on the line or whatnot. I did miss the third quarter. I watched the first half and the fourth quarter, so I'm not sure if Garcia got into the game. But, you know, talking about we're a 2-quarterback system team, and that's how we're going to be moving forward. If you're going to be a two-quarterback system, then play both quarterbacks and do it. I don't know. It's just don't talk about it, be about it kind of thing. You know, I'm very optimistic with the Pirates. I love the Pirates. I bleed purple and gold. This is Houston's longest tenure, I think, with any team as far as the Citadel or James Madison goes. So the whole, well, is he winning with other people's players? You know, that question gets kind of brought up. You know, just kind of, I read an article about recruiting misses. I don't know the 2020 class or 2021 about players that just didn't get into our program or, you know, transferred out, NIL or whatnot, so that, you know, if you go and get those guys out of the portal, the Isaiah Winsteads or whatnot, you got to make sure you get what you need. We lost a lot of people on offense, Ehlers, Mitchell, C.J. Johnson, Winstead, 2 linemen go, you know, to Power 5 programs. I just don't think we're there yet to be able to lose those types of players and rebuild on offense. I still do disagree with some of the play calling, but, I mean, do we have what it takes to put points on the board and move the football? I just don't know if we're at that level yet to do that. The defense just need help a little bit. It's just that drive, I think 3 minutes left where we got the ball back, and I don't even think we gained a yard. I mean, you got to have some type of offense to say this is what's going to get us yardage. When you need 4 yards, you got to get yardage. And, 4th and 10, and you throw it across the middle for 6 yards, and he gets, knocked down right when he catches the ball. It's just frustrating to watch. I love my Pirates. I feel like we got a good team. Year 5 of Houston, this is not what I expected, and I want to be like, he's got us back to believing that we can win after the Mo days. And I don't want Pirate fans to just jump ship because I think he's the right individual for the job. I don't think we can go get anybody better, in my opinion. But my last question is for the players, Marcus Crandall, Jason Nichols. Y'all were my idols growing up watching Pirate football. I grew up right across the street from Dowdy Ficklin. How does the team going into a bye week, into a Thursday night primetime ESPN game, what type of mentality do you have as a player at 1-4, losing games to App State, Marshall, Rice? I mean, are you packing it in? I mean, I know that's not the answer, but where do we go from here? I love you guys. Thank you, Pirate Radio 1250, and go Pirates.
All right. Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Drew. Thursday night, the stage is set. I mean, you're 1-4. I think it's prime position for in regards to, finding a way to or finding something to play for, so to speak. Even though the morale is probably down after today, but that's definitely something to play for because you're going to be on TV. You need to come back and redeem yourself. With all these things that are going on right now. And so as a player, you got to look at that and say, hey, this is our opportunity to kind of get things back on track or get things on track for this year, back on track from last year, get things on track for this year and regroup. And really, I think it's a time for the guys to bond a little bit together, get some, build up the culture as far as the team is concerned. Wherever it's lacking, this is the perfect time for us to find out where the lacking is, and find a way to put it together. And then as a team, they got to come together as a team and as a group in the whole to get things accomplished, on the field and off the field. Really, for those guys, they're brothers, and this is definitely a great time for them to do that.
That's a good answer by Marcus. But I'm going to tell you something else. That team is fragile right now.
Mm-hmm.
Their mentality is fragile right now. You're 1-4, and the only team that you've beaten is the FCS team, You haven't beaten the FBS team yet. So they got some questions inside. Now, this week and a half that we got before we got to play again, it's going to be a lot of soul searching that's going to have to go on. There's going to have to be some leaders that step up and demand and require more out of that group. There's going to have to be coaches that step up and require and demand more out of their group. And when you see something on that film that's not acceptable, you got to address it because that's how you get it fixed. It won't be as pretty as what people think because I'm just telling you now, confidence is razor thin. And right now, I don't know how you're confident right now when you look in the mirror. So the only way I know to be confident is to go work my butt off. So if that's what those guys got to do, they're going to have to go and do that. Because I tell you this now, SMU will come in here and they will know how to light up the scoreboard.
Well, one other thing, too, is I think you got to get into your players right now and you got to tell them it's got to be all about us. Do not come in here on a Thursday night and expect these fans to get you hyped up because it's not going to happen. It's going to be a Thursday night game. We've had Virginia Tech in here on a Thursday night and can't sell out this place because the reality of it is It's a Thursday night. These outlying areas, people that usually drive here 2 hours, they're not going to do that. It's a school night. These people are not going to keep their kids out of school, and especially for a 1-4 team. So if they're expecting to come and see a kick-ass atmosphere here and the Pirates rallying behind you and what you normally see at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, you better have another thought. It's not going to happen. So I think the players need to look within themselves, get the excitement from out of that locker room, and go out there and take care of business, because they're not going to get it from anywhere else.
You're right.
317-1250. Keep going, Shirley, or take a break? Let's take a break. All right, Captain Bill. Haven't heard from you this season. Captain Bill is on hold. Charlie, Emmanuel, and Johnny D. Hang on. We'll get to you right when we return. Going to take a break and enjoy some more Wings Over Greenville. 758 Wing. They'll deliver right to your door. And beginning in October, coming up, they will be open for lunch. So thanks to Wings Over Greenville for the awesome post-game food. A lot more to go. U.S. Cellular, fifth quarter call-in show. Back after this.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cuccinella's is now open in downtown Greenville, across from Sub Dogs. Did you know Cuccinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato. Plus, if you're busy, use DoorDash for Cuccinella's delivery, and Cuccinella's is open late night, Friday and Saturday. Cuccinella's on 5th Street in downtown Greenville. Go Pirates!
Hey you. Yeah, you. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price, or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
Hi, I'm Christy Conway. And I'm Tracy Ayers. We are the co-owners of ENC Pirate Realty. We have set out to change the real estate experience in Eastern North Carolina.
Whether buying, selling, or renting, our trained family of professionals are here to find you the right place to live.
Stop by our Greenville office or visit encpiraterealty.com online today.
And like our motto says, we close the deal.
Or someone walks the plank.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Taylor from Fleet Feet, making sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season. Locally owned and operated by ECU alums Chris and Kendra Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoes, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come see us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon Scoffin Ski location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at Ron Ayers Motorsports. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly line. And for the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your ATV at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, or go to YamahaMotorsports.com. ATVs are recommended only by riders 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. For safety and training information, see your dealer at Ron Ayers Motorsports or call 1-800-887-2887.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
It's hard to forget how hot it gets around here in the summer. Remember, the hotter it is outside, the harder your AC has to work to keep it cool inside. And the more energy it uses to keep you cool, the higher your utility bill will be. Your neighbors at GUC have tips to help you reduce your energy use, such as using fans to cool you down inside and cooking outside when you can in the summer. For more tips, go to GUC.com and look for ways to save.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250. Marcus Crandall enjoying some great wings over Greenville. Helps a little bit to get over a loss. If nothing else, it's really good. So wings over Greenville can drown some of your sorrows as well. 758 Wing, they'll deliver right to your door. All right, back with you with former Pirates Marcus Crandall, Jason Nichols, Billy Weaver here as well. Thanks, Big Dog, for coming in late night, producing the video. Shirley Rhodes taking your calls and doing a great job as always. All right, Captain Bill, hang on. Charlie, Emmanuel, hang on. Let's go to Johnny D in Wilmington. What's up, Johnny?
Clip, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
I got to give 3 shout-outs real quick. First of all, Shirley Rhodes Dolphins beat my Broncos like Hebrew slaves last weekend. The Washington Commanders, you and Billy's Washington Commanders, snuck out of the Mile High City. Y'all know that was pass interference. But anyway, and the last thing is Marcus Crandall, Jason Nichols. Now y'all know y'all are broke in because y'all know that white people start drinking in Greenville early. I'll make the show, by the way. Great lineup.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny.
Oh, man.
We're going to beat Troy D's Bears tomorrow. We don't. We better get Lincoln Riley's quarterback. But anyway, I don't know, man. I was in there looking at the schedule. How many more wins you see? I see maybe 2 or 3. So,
oh, boy. Are we schedule looking now? I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous to do that.
Yeah. I still don't like to play calling with Donnie. If I was John Gilbert, I'd be in somebody's office tomorrow, like, where's this going? Because this is not going good. But anyway, love your show. Hope Kyle's going to be good. He's in my prayers. And, this show's therapeutic, man. Love you guys.
Johnny D, thank you, man.
Appreciate you, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny didn't want to talk too much ECU. Went stuck with the NFL tonight. Just a lot of bad to talk about all around. All right, Emmanuel's up next in Chocowinity. Hey, Emmanuel.
Hey, guys.
Turn off your radio if you don't mind.
Yep, I got it.
All right.
Yeah, hey, guys. I think we need to punch it in, when we get into red zone. And, just like Steve Logan said, it all comes down to quarterback play. I think a lot of the decisions tonight, I seen a lot of wide receivers open tonight, and they weren't getting hit, and they were throwing their hands up. I seen, tight ends and wide receivers throwing their hand up, and I seen a lot of drop balls as well. But, it's not all Donnie K. It's not all Houston. I think Houston's a good coach. I think that, the quarterback plays a lot of it. And, I grew up, watching Carden, Crandall, and, all those guys that play Pinckney, you can name them all, guard. These guys just don't have that dog in them like they used to. And that's just my opinion. I'm going to hang up. And what do y'all think about that?
I agree. I don't see any D's on any jerseys.
There's a dog, but there's talent.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you got to have some talent to have some dog too. I don't know. I agree. This quarterback, I mean, this is about the worst quarterback play we've seen at ECU that I can recall.
It is.
Even Minshew and, the year that we were dealt that terrible hand with Benkert going down and we had to go to Blake Kemp and James Summers, I know people didn't love it, but we moved the ball. We scored some points. We won some games.
Well, we've seen some good things out of Alex Flynn. I think tonight he just looked rattled. He didn't look comfortable. He was running around. I mean, you guys saw it. He just didn't look good.
I thought we had a good discussion, too. Billy, you said he's throwing off his back foot, and Jason said he's feeling pressure on a lot of plays. But Marcus, even though when he doesn't have the pressure, he's got the, what do you call it?
The false pressure.
The false pressure. Where he's so gun-shy because he's getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
He thinks it's there even when it's not.
Right.
And you pointed that out, Weave, that he's throwing a lot,
Yeah, I mean, when he's not getting pressure, he seems like he's not stepping through and throwing a bullet across the middle. Like he's, you want your quarterback to deliver a good, hard, catchable ball. And just at times he didn't look comfortable. And like you said, you pointed it out. He's feeling false pressure.
Yeah. Quarterbacks do that, man. I think you said it. Once you get hit once or twice, and then they start bringing the blitz, and you're trying to figure out where it's coming from. All those things that happen up front, and that's what you don't want as a quarterback, to where you're kind of looking at the line of scrimmage and not looking downfield and all those things, and you're feeling it. And I think his eyes weren't in the right place, and just not feeling, feeling the pressure that quarterbacks naturally feel when you're doing well.
It's funny because he looked so comfortable when he came in during that Michigan game, and you thought, man, this guy looks like he belongs there. He's comfortable, but it's almost like he didn't know any better.
Well, he hadn't been hit yet.
Exactly. He didn't know any better yet. The more you get into the season, he's like, man, I'm getting killed back here,
it's a tough position, man.
I'm getting killed back here, and something's got to change.
Yeah.
And
he had Campfield.
His style.
You saw him. He took that one big shot.
Yeah.
Right. He took that one big shot, and he threw the ball. Great throw.
Mm-hmm.
Got the completion, and man, it seemed like after that, even though he jumped up and bounced around after that.
Yeah, you don't forget those.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And it's so disheartening.
Anyway.
It's when you get a throw off and it's dropped. And like we're talking in circles here, but it's just across the board. Everybody's got to do better. It's so.
It is across the board, man. And with each play that's complete, it builds confidence.
Yeah. And we had some of those drives. We'll have our Brown and Wood drive of the game. We had a 7-minute
drive. Tied the game up at 17.
Play drive, and it took us a while to punch it in, but we finally did. But few and far between, man. All right, 317-1250. Charlie's up in Greenville. Hey, Charlie.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, man. I got one question for you. Can we win with Houston's recruits? Because we won with most recruits, but we can't win with Houston's recruits.
Right now, the answer is no. The numbers are, the wins and losses are what they are right now. I mean, it's a good point.
I tell you what, I miss Mr. Holton right now, man.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for with a lot of folks wanting him out of the lineup. And at times, I wanted to see a little bit more Garcia, but you're right, Charlie. I wish we could have him back right now or something better than we got.
And a lot of people would take the Greenville politics right now for anything.
Yeah.
It's Greenville politics, bud.
That's right. What else you got, Charlie?
That's all I got for you.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you, man. There is Charlie. Y'all, can we win with Houston's recruits? I don't know if it's a rhetorical question or if he really wants an answer on it, but right now, struggling.
You can't win with Houston's recruits the way they're playing right now. Something else has got to change. Either guys got to start gelling together. They've got to get on the same page. And it's crazy because you can pick out the positives quicker and easier than you can point out all the negatives, because there are so many people in so many positions not getting it done.
All right, 317-1250 for the first time this year. We'll hear from old Captain Bill. What's up, Captain?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Not real good, but
I hear you, buddy.
Maybe something out of it. I would like to say, first thing I would like to say, Kyle, I hope you get better, buddy. I know we don't always agree on our Pirate football, but I hope you get better and life gets good for you, man. Let's move on to Pirate football. How many and I don't mean how many of these players are playing first, second string that are under Mike Houston recruits? I want y'all to answer that question.
Again, what was the?
It's all of them.
Can't answer, can you?
It should be all of them.
All of them.
He's in year 5.
You're telling me those 30, 35 players that are playing are under Mike Houston. None of them are under Scott.
No, I could tell you because I was on the staff in 21. Most of I don't know hardly any of those players on that field. The last group of players that I knew that was on that field from when I coached with Mo and when I sat on the staff with Coach Houston was the Holt Naylors and that whole crew. Xavier Smith, CJ, Miles Berry. Those were the guys. Was the last.
You say Taylor Jackson's been around a while, I think, right?
But he's been around, but he was a freshman. That was still
not
Coach
Scotty.
Yeah.
So all these are Mike Houston players. Just a point.
Yes. Yeah, Captain Bill.
For the most part.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's what I want to get to. Scotty Montgomery was not a great coach. Was a damn good recruiter. I don't think Mike Houston's a great recruiter. I think he's a horrible coach. I think Donnie Kirkpatrick needs to go because he's horrific. He's pathetic. The game is past him. He's old. The game has changed. It's time for him to go. Now let's get to the big thing. There's a lot of problems. We got bad receivers. We got a bad offensive line, and we got pigs for quarterbacks. They're not even quarterbacks. They're tight ends that we're trying to turn into quarterbacks. Now I got another question for you, and I want you guys to answer this for me. Name me 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that are 240, 250 pounds or successful in the NFL. Name them.
I don't know. I don't have the list.
Yeah, I don't either.
I hear you. I got your point.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it. You got to be versatile. Your quarterbacks, you got to be around 2. Haylers was right on the edge, but you got to be between 220, 230, and you got to be. These guys cannot get to the edge. They're slow, and the problem with this football team is not necessarily. There's all kinds of problems with this football team.
All right. Well, if that's your argument, how do you explain David Garrard?
Hey, there we go.
Well, David Garrard was one of a kind, buddy.
Well, according to you, it was because you can't play the position if you're over 250 pounds. And if my memory serves me correctly, David was about 260, and the beer truck got it done.
Okay, you need to stop right because you name me 5 players, Billy, that has done it, what he's done over the last 5 years at East Carolina. And all due respect, I love Jeff Blake, but Marcus Crandall, I love you, buddy. You may be a Pirate fan. But you name me one player that's come through East Carolina University as a quarterback at 260 pounds has been successful.
That was David. I just told you that.
We got your point. What else you got?
Yeah, and name me another one.
Another one? Well, he is.
We got you.
He is a rarity.
We get the point. We get the point.
Okay, thank you. Billy, shut up, buddy. What the hell are you talking about? But I'm talking to you, Cliff. I'm not talking to you, Billy. Just shut up. Don't say nothing else. But I'm just.
Wait a minute. We got a button over here. We can get rid of you quick.
Come on, man. What else you got? You got anything else?
I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm just telling you, quarterbacks are pigs, and we got to have better, lean quarterbacks. Thank you. Good.
All right, later. There's Captain Bill. Bill, you shut up.
You shut up.
Bill, you sit on over there.
He don't know nothing.
Captain Bill, I don't know. I expected more from
that was one guy. One guy.
Hey, one of a kind.
He's the only one.
317. Captain Bill famously wanted to run Lincoln Riley out of town, too. So, I don't know. I always think about that when he calls. But I always enjoy his calls. That wasn't one of his best, though. 317-1250. Zach, Pete, and Blair, hang on. We'll get to you when we return on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Halloween Express live line is, well, it's closed again, but it will be open once another caller has come on. It's been locked and loaded all night. The largest selection of masks, decor, and more for adults, kids. Halloween Express right next to Target. What are you going to be? Get to Greenville's premier Halloween superstore, Halloween Express. Get shopping today. Kevin Monroe is a Halloween Hall of Famer. And I got to say, the guy to my right, Billy Weaver, a Halloween Hall of Famer. You do Halloween pretty big.
I do Halloween, and this Halloween I'm going to be Popeye, according to the
forearms.
The forearms.
Yeah.
But let me just give you just a quick list of 250-pound plussers in the NFL.
All right.
Josh Allen,
Jared Lorenzen, of course. No. Jamarcus Russell. This is when
that didn't work out.
Cam Newton. He was pretty good. Jameis Winston, Tim Tebow, Donovan McNabb, Ben Roethlisberger, Dante Culpepper.
Okay.
All guys over 250.
Shout out to the big fellas.
Yep.
317-1250.
Some of those are pretty good.
We'll get back to you after this.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here. Just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
This is Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. We make buying appliances easy. Now we make buying golf carts easy. Yes, that's right. We have golf carts in stock. Icon and Bentelli, street legal golf carts that are ready to hit the road. Mention Pirate Radio and get $500 off your new cart. It's just that easy. Get your new golf cart today and save $500 when you mention Pirate Radio. We're located right off 264 behind the new DMV or AppliancesSuperstore.com. Appliances Superstore, where we make buying appliances and golf carts easy.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
Here it is a first down. Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with with the Pirate Radio scoreboard. Here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, with about 9 minutes to go in the game, Alabama cruising over Mississippi State. 37-17 is that score. At the half, it is Washington 21, Arizona 10. Nevada is trailing Fresno State 14-0 with just under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Finals from earlier today, Clemson beat Syracuse 31-14. It was Kentucky upsetting 22nd-ranked Florida 33-14. USC survives Colorado in a late rally. 48-41 was that final. And Boston College got a win over Virginia 27-24. UCF loses to Baylor 36-35. And it was Texas Tech beating Houston 49-28. That is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. They have all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day at The Buck with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a single game. They'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Ron.
All right. Pirates on YouTube says Bret Hart shirt wins. So shout out to the big dog for getting a win tonight with his Bret Hart shirt. 317-1250. We will get right back to your calls because we're locked and loaded on the Halloween Express live line. Want to shout out the people watching on Facebook and YouTube. It's about to hit midnight, and we're around 500 viewers there combined. And I don't know how many of y'all are listening on your radios, but we appreciate you being up with us late tonight on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Chuck, Zach, Pete, hang on. Let's go to Blair in Greenville. Hey, Blair.
Hi. I've been a ECU fan since I was born, grew up in Greenville, and me and my friends always enjoy watching the show after the game. It's always comical and fun. Obviously, this year's been disappointing and not fun to watch, and we all have comments about it, but I just want to say that y'all do a great job of being neutral, and we enjoy it and just have such a great time. We would love more wins, as everybody else would.
So would we.
And we want to know how we can get there and what we can do. Everybody says this is a building year, a growing year, but I think that's kind of bullshit. Yeah, I don't think that's accurate. I think we should have been growing, and we should have been.
She can't get kicked off for background noise. Can't do it.
I don't know the rules on
Can't
that.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm not kicking Blair off, but Blair, if you would remind the folks that are in the same space as you to please don't curse, because we can hear that.
I'm so sorry.
Did he say ship?
He said ship.
He said ship.
With a P, yeah. All right, go ahead, Blair.
Say this is a growing year and a building year, but I think we should have been preparing for this, and it looks honestly disappointing and unfortunate for everybody who's grown up in Greenville and been a Greenville fan. And we have a young group here that's grown up watching people, and we're friends with Holton and grew up with Holton, and yeah, we enjoyed watching him, but also we want to watch the ECU team grow and see where they go from here. And I don't enjoy hearing it's a growing year and a building year.
So I went into this season and I heard a lot of year 5, no excuses, win 10 games. And I was like, well, let's pump the brakes on that. You got to think about what we lost last year. So I came in saying, hey, get to 6 wins. I'd be okay with that. And a lot of people are, no, that's you got to shoot for higher standards than that. But you factor in new quarterback, new everything. I thought, okay, 6 wins, pretty good. Let's keep it going. Let's get back to a bowl. So in a way, it's a rebuilding year that way, but a rebuilding year is not like 1-11, 2-10, or 3-9, whatever we're going to end up this year. So I totally agree with that. I had my expectations low, I thought, with 6 wins, but it looks like I should have set them a little lower.
You're right. People got to understand, so much that's affecting this roster right now, too. Yes, we lost a lot of people, But we lost a lot of people that could have been back here on this team because of the NIL and the transfer rules and all that type stuff. And when you're at a group of 5, like what we are, it's hard to reload, right? That's what the Michigans and all those guys do. They reload because they can go out there and recruit a guy that's going to be playing in the NFL in 3 years. At East Carolina, you develop. You got to develop kids, and that's where we might have dropped the ball at, is in our development of getting guys ready to step in and maybe not even play at the level that Holton Ahlers played, but playing at a level that gives us a chance to win on Saturdays. And I think that's where the ball might have been dropped a little bit, is getting those guys behind Holton, getting those guys behind CJ and Isaiah Winstead ready to contribute. And we're left with what we got right now.
Yeah, and look, I saw some ECU doesn't have NIL money to compete and all that stuff. Well, that's fine, but I mean, we've lost to Marshall, App State, Rice. I mean, what are they? I don't know what they're doing with NIL.
Yeah, I don't know how much NIL money Rice throws around down there in Houston. I know there's a lot of money in Houston, but there's not a whole lot of money backing the Rice Owls. Now, I was about you beat me to the punch because I was about to say different story with SMU. SMU's got all the money in the world. They raised $100 million in what, a couple days?
9 days.
That's crazy.
They told the ACC to save their money, right?
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
We got money.
Yeah.
They have got more money at SMU than anybody in the country.
Yes.
And that money is not a problem.
Well, they had it way back when they was paying.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're in the situation. That's why they're in the situation they're in right now.
You're right.
Secret NIL.
They had NIL before it was popular.
I was going to say, they said they were way ahead of the curve.
Yes, sir.
All right, 317-1250. Thank you, Blair. Let's go to Pete in Grimesland. Hey, Pete.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
So I'm not a real emotional guy, so I like to look at a lot of the data. And I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions and see your responses. So first thing, I look back at some of the data, and I want you guys to answer, how many FBS wins do you think Coach Montgomery had in his first 3 years?
Yeah, I think somebody tweeted that out. Was it 15?
Wait. No.
FBS?
Scotty Montgomery. How many wins?
No. I thought you was talking about.
Well, he beat State. He beat Cincinnati. I don't know.
I was thinking Mike Houston. I'm
BYU.
sorry.
I don't know. Do you know the answer?
So the number's 8. He was 8-27 against FBS.
Okay.
And of the 8 wins, one of them was against a team with a winning record. I think that's important because you can beat up on a bunch of terrible teams and that doesn't matter. So Mike Houston, in his first 3 years, how many wins did he have against FBS? What do you guys think?
Just because it's late and we're trying to speed this along, how about you just tell us?
I'll give you. No problem. He was 10 wins, and he only beat 2 teams with winning records in his first 3 years. So he was 10-19 against FBS programs. So now Scotty Montgomery, who is known as a bit of a pariah around here. I mean, basically, you mention his name and somebody might punch you in the face now. Scotty Montgomery got rewarded with a firing. And Mike Houston, who won 2 more games and beat one more team with a winning record.
Yeah, but you know what? You look, and the thing is you're in a money business. And when you go 3-9 and 3-9 and 3-9, there's no money to be made. It doesn't matter what teams you beat to get to 6 wins and you get that bowl paycheck. It's all about dollars and cents. So that's apples to oranges right there in the comparison. It doesn't have anything to do really with the opponent. It's all about winning. And it's all about money.
And I feel like Houston dug us out of a hole. He 2 bowl-eligible teams. I mean, he has more on the resume than Scotty did in the 3 years.
I'm just talking about the first 3 years. We didn't even make a bowl in the first 3 years.
Okay. But so what do you bring back Coach Mo? What do you mean?
So then we went 7-5, and then we we decided we were going to give a huge raise right off the last 2 years of his contract. And, I mean, we are in the hole for $1.3 million a year. If I'm, in my opinion, Holton Ahlers deserves some of that $1.3 million a year.
Yeah.
Because that guy took a beating on these radio shows, and, you know, we sat here and we thought, oh, you know, Holton was a big part of the problem. But, I mean, Holton was a huge part of our success. And, I mean, could you imagine what those years would have been without Holton Ahlers? I mean, we gave an extension. ECU is bad at giving extensions. Let's talk about our history. We gave an extension to Jeff Confer, and I know we're going back and we don't want to rehash all that, but for no reason at all when he still had years left on his contract, and we ate how many millions of dollars for that one. We gave an extension to Jeff Lebo because, you know, we got into a bad tournament and we won it. And thank God Jeff Lebo was a great guy and decided, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm going to quit, and I'm not even going to take the money. And we got out of that contract. But we have a bad habit of we have one great year, and we're like, oh, we're going to give these guys great money, and we're going to keep – and maybe that's the part of athletics that I don't understand. I'm in charge of 40 people, and if somebody sucks for 2 or 3 years and they have one great year, I'm not going to go ahead and give them twice their salary, you know?
Yeah, okay. We get your point, Pete. ECU did go to the Military Bowl in Mike Houston's third year, but I hear what you're saying. You didn't like the early extension.
No, not at all. And you can also add on the fact that, I mean, you can look at where we are right now, but where are we? Every coach in the past used to have, you know, I can't remember when we haven't had a star receiver. And you look back at, I just jotted some names down. When we didn't have star receivers, we went out and got a JUCO. Can you remember Andre Allison? Can you remember Lance Lewis? We were able to pull somebody in. And yeah, I know the NIL makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's a different time. You can forget that.
We lost 2 offensive linemen to the NIL. They got bought. Let's just say it. And I know fans don't realize that we lost. What was it, Avery Jones, and we lost.
Fans realize it. Nashad Strother to Oregon. Yeah, we know.
That would make an impact, and I feel for our coaching staff on that. And one of them, Nashad Strother, was really late after even spring ball. So, but come on, we have to prepare for that. We know we're in a different game. So anyone who thinks that Mike Houston's not responsible for that, for having the next man up mentality, I mean, you know, you guys who played under Coach Logan, would you have thought like, oh, some guy transferred, we're screwed? No, you would have thought about like who's the next guy up, and it doesn't seem like we've prepared for the next guy up for the last 2 years. And obviously we can't fire Houston. There's anybody who says we're going to fire Houston obviously doesn't understand the value of the dollar, and the ECU doesn't have it.
All right, Pete. Appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling. All right, 317-1250. We got to move on. We got more callers. Marcus Crandall's about to get up out of here, so we need to go. Zach is up and done. Hey, Zach.
Hey, guys. Starting off on a positive note, shout out to the volleyball ladies and the women's soccer teams. Both of them are cruising from our game tonight. It was good to see Shane Calhoun get more involved. I know that there was some talk this week over with Igo's show saying, man, we need to get him more involved. And it seemed, from what I saw anyways, that there was more active game planning. You know, my wife and I actually, we spent the day in Durham in our ECU stuff. We went to the game tonight because we were just, it sounds crazy to say, but we really wanted to see a good football game. So we went over to Durham. And, you know, had I said that 10 years ago, y'all would have looked at me like I had 3 heads. But, you know, never mind the whole FBS as a whole. Look at the teams in our state that we're falling so far behind. You know, there's obviously NC States and Carolinas, but App State waxed us a couple weeks ago. And it's not the losing that sucks. I mean, I've been an East Carolina fan all my life. I have grown accustomed to losing in heartbreaking fashion. If there's any way to lose, we can find it. And, that's just part of the way it goes. But, it's just, my buddy said it in our group chat tonight. It's just not fun to watch. And I know last week or a couple weeks ago, whenever Gilbert put out the email, everybody's like, oh, yeah, there's going to be changes coming at the end of the year. At some point, you've got to see that we don't have the luxury of waiting until the end of the year, because we're going to not only lose the guys that are on our roster, but we're going to lose the guys that are coming in. They're going to say, man, do I really want to go into that and play for a guy like Donnie Kirkpatrick, who's 800 years old and calls a run up the gut on second and 16? We had second down with 3 minutes left in the game, and we called a run up the gut. It's dumb. And if the majority of the fans are getting that upset, think about the guys in the locker room who have come in and chosen to give their 4 years of their life to this program. They've got to be tired of it. And as I said, they're going to be wanting to transfer out. It makes me worry. And then one last thing, real issue. I don't want to say the real issue of the program, but shout out to all the people who are trying to be empathetic and sympathetic to the situation, saying that the kids gave it their best shot. This ain't Pee-wee football. Jeffrey, I'm talking to you if you hear me. It ain't Pee-wee football. Trying hard doesn't win you trophies. You get paid to win games. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for what you do. I think that we saw this coming from week one. It's going to be a long year. Buckle up.
All right, Zach, appreciate the call. As far as changes go, Mike Houston has done it his way his whole career, and that way has worked. And if you look at his coaching history, he has not faced a lot of adversity as far as losing seasons. So this is, I think he's going through this for the first time. And people have called him stubborn, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because, again, his way has worked. But right now it's not working, and sometimes it's hard to change when what you've done your entire career has worked. Now we got to see how good of a coach are you really, because you got to adjust. You got to do things differently. And I don't know, Jason, coaches kind of get stuck in their ways, right? And you got to adjust when things aren't going right. And this is the first time it really hasn't gone right in his entire coaching career.
Yeah, I mean, I got to think that Coach Houston tonight, he may have had the same hope that we had, thinking, hey, we can get this thing turned around. But tonight, I'm sure he's going to think about what I need to do to get this thing fixed.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, man, like, we can't beat Rice. Who else on that schedule can we beat? And that becomes the part that and what can I do to give us the best opportunity to win as many games that's left on that schedule? So it's a lot of soul searching that has to go on. I'm sure Coach Houston's going to have to make some tough decisions. I don't know what he'll do. And I don't know why, I don't know what, his way, like what do people mean about his way? I don't know what way that is. He's done a good job of winning and turning around some programs. But now he's in new uncharted waters right now, being here in your fifth year, and people are expecting more out of your program than what they're seeing right now. I don't know how he's going to handle that. I don't know what he's going to do. So, I know all those guys are trying to do their best, but like I said earlier, man, I mean, I've come off of that, temper that I had earlier. I'm calming down, but that just was not good, fellas. I mean, it's not.
Yeah. I said before the season started that this is going to be the year that these guys earn every bit of their paycheck that they get, because they are going to have to coach these guys up. They're going to have to keep them together. And, for whatever reason, we haven't seen the progress that we thought we were going to see from the coaching staff, period. I mean, it is what it is, right? And you kind of foresee it because one reason why I said it is because of this is his recruiting class.
Yeah.
These are the guys he recruited, right? Point blank, period.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, let's get one more before we take a break. Let's go to Chuck in Greenville next. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right.
So I had a little birdie tell me over the summer that we had J.P. Daniels coming to us trying to transfer and play with Jalen Johnson and all this and that. But Coach Houston had to ask him if he's okay with being a backup to Mason. But we already got Mason on the bench. What's up with that?
Well, I guess JT wanted to prove himself tonight then.
I hadn't heard that. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Google it.
Google it up.
Well, who was your birdie? How about that? What was the little birdie that gave you that insight?
I can't be going ratting people out.
Oh, see, I knew that was coming.
I respect that, though. I will say this about JT Daniels. I could tell why he was once a 5-star recruit, and he was doing it hobbling tonight, but he had some zip on that ball. It looked a little different coming out of his arm than it does some other QBs we've seen, from our quarterbacks, definitely.
He can definitely throw the rock, man. And
you had a good comparison, Marcus. Old Dan Marino. He was kind of hobbling around, but just slinging it, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if people remember, and I was more referring to Marino when he messed up his Achilles or whatever, and so he was even more immobile. But man, he has a great throwing motion. Throws the ball very well. He spins it. And the other thing I like about him is that he reads the defense, and especially tonight when he's hurt, and you read the defense and you make quick decisions, right? He threw balls incomplete, but guess what? They were incomplete in a way where no one gets it for the most part. He had one ball tipped in the first quarter that was picked off by us, and but for
what did they do to help him make those quick decisions? What did they get in?
Spread.
Empty.
Yeah.
Empty. Empty helps you see where the pressure's coming from.
Yeah.
And they did that when they were throwing, and everybody knew it. But you can bring the pressure all you want. You got to show your hand when you get into empty.
Right.
So who cares? If you free release in the back, you might as well go ahead and put them out in space so you can go ahead and get a quicker read.
Chuck, anything else, man?
Yeah, man. We got a 31-year-old punter. Why can't we have whole nailers out here?
Good question. I don't know. Any other questions?
No, sir. Y'all have a good night.
See you, buddy. There's Chuck. Got a 30-year-old punter. Why can't? Good question. I think it has something to do with eligibility, but good question nonetheless. Marcus, I know you're going to get out of here. It's late. So
it's late.
Appreciate you hanging out today, man. We'll let you run. Jason, gonna stick around?
I'm gonna stick around.
All right,
I'm
Billy's
gonna take
here.
the bullets.
Yeah, I'm here for the duration.
All right, take a timeout. Come back. More to go. And the Wings. That's right. Wings over Greenville. 317-1250. Back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina, letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles, vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. To make room for fall and game day apparel, we're taking final markdown on all men's and women's summer merchandise of 50 to 75%. That's right, save 50 to 75% on summer merchandise. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. So remember, for all your game day apparel and accessories, it's Russell's in downtown Washington.
Take control of your health today with ArcPoint Labs. Looking to lose weight? Have you tried everything possible and nothing is working? Sometimes a hormone imbalance can be the underlying cause to weight issues that dieting and exercise can't fix alone. A simple blood test at ArcPoint Labs can provide insight to your weight loss goals. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228 to get an appointment. ArcPoint Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit arcpointlabs.com.
Blue cheese 42! Blue cheese 42! Hot garlic! Hot garlic! Loaded waffle fries! Loaded waffle fries! Set! Wings over!
Delay of order on the offense.
Don't hesitate to make your order. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the all-new Fire Buffalo. And be sure to try the cheesy chicken loaded nachos. So don't delay, order today. Wings Over, they deliver.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250 on the Halloween Express, a live line, and happy October. It has hit midnight. It is October 1st.
Hey!
All right, 317-1250, lines locked and loaded as we talk to you, 1222 in the a.m. Jason, Isaac, hang on. Let's go to Kenny in Blunt's Creek. Hey, Kenny. Kenny. All right. You want to go to Isaac? Yep. Isaac in Orlando. Hey, Isaac.
Hey, Clip.
What's up?
I'm here. I was actually at Disney World today while watching the game, and I think only ECU football can make the so-called happiest place on earth not so happy.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I hate to even say it, but I'm gonna stick with this defense. We've been saying it for I don't know how long now, but defense has been holding us in games. Just that in the fourth quarter they get so tired and worn out, and even with them being tired and worn out, they can still make a fourth and out or third and out, whatever, and we still get the ball back on offense. Can't do anything. Then I'm going to go 200. I think it was like 200 plus rushing yards today. Like that a lot. We got to see more of it. Just at the right times, obviously. And looking forward to the blackout game, SMU. Don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to be here for it.
Well, I like that. I like that you're going to be there and be loud, and hopefully we'll have an environment out there. This one felt kind of like and don't take this the wrong way, but like a Lincoln Riley-ish era loss where East Carolina had more yards and lost the game. You remember those, Weave, back in the day where we'd pile up the yards but still lose the game?
Oh, yeah.
East Carolina, 391 yards to Rice's 277.
It was all between the 20s.
Yeah.
You couldn't get anything going inside the red zone, and it was very frustrating because at times it seemed like East Carolina could move the football. They just couldn't capitalize. And, when you score – 3 consecutive field goals in the first half and you still trail by 1 going in at halftime, it's demoralizing. You just can't get anything, into a rhythm and finish the job.
You outgained them by 100. You outgained them in rushing by 100. And time of possession, Jason, 35-25 in our favor.
Time of possession is worthless.
Yeah, you just explained it.
It's worthless because he said it. When you get in the red zone, you can't exchange field goals for touchdowns. You get beat. Typically, when you do that, you get beat.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Isaac.
We're making field goals.
All right. Hey, I like your positivity. Making field goals.
I'd rather kick extra points.
Yeah.
I like 3 extra points after that.
There you go.
Well, the last 2 years we've been worried about field goals.
You're right.
Baby steps. Baby steps. All right. Thanks, Isaac.
You got to take what you can. Yep. See you.
See you, man. 317-1250. Let's go to Jason in Jacksonville. Hey, Jason.
Hey, guys. Quick question or a couple questions for you. At the very end of the first quarter, I think ECU only had 1 turnover. Is that correct, when Flynn threw the pick?
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of the first quarter, time was ticking down on the game clock. And I don't know, what if someone said this before, I apologize, but why not take it? I think we got a first down, and then Flynn wheels around and throws that pick on that screen pass. Like, why not just take a minute, bring them off the field? The play clock or the game clock's rolling down. We're not going to have a delay of game. So unless they saw something, ECU saw something they wanted to see, on the field, why not just bring them back and take a free timeout, reset after that first down, I believe. Y'all recall that play? Or
the interception on the screenplay, is that what you're talking about?
Exactly, yeah. Like, it was, and the play, or the game clock was rolling down. That was the end of the first, that was the last play of the first quarter. And we had a little drive cooking, so.
I got you.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, just go to the quarter and not.
Yeah, like, don't even snap the ball. Bring your guys back into you and be like, hey, let's reset. We're good.
Yeah, but I don't think they went into a hurry-up situation there. So I don't think there was a situation where they were hurried and they were maybe calling a play that they didn't like.
Exactly. So it's not like the Shane Colton or even last year or the couple previous years. Like, we're not like running and gunning out there with Holton and Shane. Like, why not bring them back in and take a free timeout, reset? I mean, we were all on the red zone.
I think, like Billy said, they weren't like stressing, trying to hustle. I hear you. Okay.
Yeah. There's just a couple different ways to look at it. Whether or not that would have made a difference. Who knows? It's just, I don't really second guess those type of calls. Like I do second guessing the call on 4th and 1 down at the goal line. Those are the ones that are glaring mistakes to me.
10-4. One more question, and maybe for Jason too. In the second half, when we're sitting there holding on, trying to get something going, why don't we do anything with motion and like maybe a misdirection play one way or the other? Like, anything without that? Like, we have nothing as far as we're just like literally like maybe a running back will shift from one side of the quarterback to the other, but there's no motion or misdirection. Defense is probably zoned in on what we're trying to do the entire time. So,
this is Jason, right? I'm on the right caller?
Jason to Jason, yeah.
Yes. All right, Jason. You know why most teams put their players in motion, Jason?
Why is that?
It's to give the quarterback a hint of what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. It also puts them in motion to make the defense have to communicate. Who's trading them off, who's running with them, tells you a lot of information. So I totally agree with you about moving guys and shifting guys and not just sitting in a base formation and letting those guys tee off on us, right? I want them to have to think and communicate and do something before I snap that ball, because that's when you get guys running down the middle of the field wide open because they didn't communicate well. And you understand, hey, when this guy's running with him, it's man coverage, so I'm going to go to my man beater.
Now, let me ask you this. Let me put you in a coach's situation on this deal. Going into the season, with that being said, your quarterback was supposed to be Mason Garcia. What's the biggest knock on Mason Garcia is that he can't make the reads. Correct. So maybe they take those motions out because it's not helping Mason in those situations. Just playing devil's advocate in that situation, could that be a situation where they have not implemented enough motion early on in the season, in the preseason, in spring, because of the quarterback that they thought they were going into the season with?
Well, I'm going to go the other way with that, Billy. If I have a quarterback who can't read stuff, put guys in motion.
There you go. Yeah.
Because if I put them in motion and nobody goes with them, I got to know it's zone. If I put them in motion and somebody runs with them, I got to know it's man.
Yeah.
So right now, I should know if it's man coverage, I'm going to a man beater. Every concept should have a zone and a man beater built into it, because you never know what you're going to get on each play. But once I send that guy in motion, it's telling me exactly what's going on, and I'm going to go to the side that I'm supposed to go to. A lot of times you guys think quarterbacks read stuff, right? All they're doing is looking at movement keys.
Right.
As soon as that guy tells me something, I know where I'm locked into.
Good stuff. Jason, anything else, man?
If you drizzle a little bit of that Social Health vodka on these wings over Greenville, you're perfect.
That's a great idea.
All right. You're thinking outside the box.
I'm all about that.
We also just found our new offensive coordinator. Go Pirates.
All right. There he is, J. Nick. 317-1250. Joe's up in Charlotte. What's up, Joe? Yo, Joe. All right. Let's get a break. We have open lines, and I hear the phone still ringing. 317-1250. We'll take a timeout, come back, more to go on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Back with you after this. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans since 1983. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation! Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. Dove, ducks, and deer, it's that time of year, and we've got the guns and all the gear. When you're not getting rowdy at Dowdy, enjoy browsing our online store and take your pick from the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Be sure to check out our weekly hot deals, and when you're ready, head to Carolina Caliber. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Are you ready to fall into beauty? Mark your calendar for October 2nd through the 6th to take advantage of the savings on all of Beauty Bar Medi-Spa's services and products. Don't wait for the sale. Save time and money by scheduling your free consultation now. You can trust the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for amazing and natural looking results. Schedule your free consultation today and mark your calendar to fall into beauty. October 2nd through the 6th. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Greenville.
It's that time of year again. Football is back and the pads are popping. And off the field, it's the popcorn at Wally's 2 Kettle Corn that's popping. Whether it's a movie night or watching the big game with your team, Wally's 2 has you covered like ECU's defensive backs. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, or my favorite, better butter, or specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Sidebar is the place to be this football season in downtown Greenville. Get your team together for dinner on the patio or inside starting at 5:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Or take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest foods around for lunch Thursday through Saturday from 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sundays, enjoy a delicious fall brunch from 11 to 2. Make your reservation today by calling 751-0151. Follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville for more details. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
P-I-R-A!
1, 2, 3, power!
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
Believe it or not, there's still a couple of games that are still in action. Washington leads Arizona 28-17. They're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And Fresno State has a 14-0 lead over Nevada in the third quarter. And that's pretty much it as far as games that are going on right now. Earlier today, Oklahoma pounded Iowa State 50-20. And it was SMU beating Charlotte 34-16. Tennessee beat South Carolina 41-20. Notre Dame survived Duke 21-14. App State escaped UL Monroe 41-40 was that final. And Virginia Tech beat Pittsburgh 38-21. That is your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is, they have all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day at The Buck with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game. And they'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every day at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. We were talking about this one earlier, Jason, and Billy certainly remembers Southern Miss being a really good team and a rival of ECU. Yep. Southern Miss outscored Texas State 26-8 in the second half and still lost 50-36. That's what happens when you're down 42-10 at halftime. But saw a lot of comebacks today. UCF Baylor, I thought UCF won the game. I just realized Baylor came back and beat them. So big day of comebacks, wild day in college football. And we are taking your calls, and good grief, it's 12:36 and the lines are loaded. Todd, Joe, hang on. Let's go to Tyler in Raleigh. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Clip. I know it's getting late, and I won't try to take too much of your time, but I think the offensive coordinator is probably ready to be replaced, but that's been said enough. But the biggest problem I've got is the quarterback. I mean, we got a new one, but we've had 5 years to develop him, and we seem to be not figuring out who it is. And I mean, that's a problem, I think, on coaching staff. And at the end of the day, also, unrelated though, I hope that Gilbert, as much as everybody hates him, is doing what he should be doing behind the scenes, talking about this conference realignment, because it seems to be blowing up quickly, and we'll see what happens with it. But I hope we position ourselves somewhere. But I'll go back to you guys, and I won't take too much time, so y'all guys take it from there.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. The game's depressing enough. I don't want to talk about conference realignment.
And unfortunately, East Carolina's not in any position right now, because at East Carolina, you got to win football games to get out of the American Athletic Conference, to get into a Power 5 conference. That's just the bottom line, because your TV market isn't going to do it. And the reality is that your UCFs of the world, your even Rices of the world that are in Houston, that are in big markets, those are the teams that conferences look at because of TV markets, and it has nothing to do with butts in the seats and all that, because we've seen so many other teams that don't draw nearly as well as East Carolina make moves to Power 5 conferences.
317-1250 on the Halloween Express live line. Joe is up in Winston-Salem. Hey, Joe. Joe. All right, let's try Todd in Greenville. Hey, Todd.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, yeah, I'm Todd from Greenville. My main concern here is that, I think what I hear, I've listened to the call-in show after several games, over the years, and people complain, but I think what I want to get out there is that people need to think about what they can do to enhance the program. I mean, I think that people it doesn't matter. It doesn't take much to all you have to do is give $10, $20 a month. Team Boneyard, just Google Team Boneyard, and give to the NIL program, because that's what it's going to take to get our program better. I mean, I don't think a lot of people don't realize that, we've been playing Division 1A football since 1979. I mean, we've been we have been the top echelon of college football for a long time. But I think what people just want to hear complain that we can't beat this team or that team. And to me, the main thing is that we have been regressing over the years, and we need to be able to beat. We need to be able to beat teams in our region, and then if we beat Carolina and State, that's great. But at the same time, I mean, we're just regressing, and the teams that we can beat over the years. And I'm not saying that's a coaching problem, but I think a lot of people are not putting their money where their mouth is. And I think that people need to step up. I do root cause analysis in my job, and the problem is like I think probably people need to like to step up and put their money where their mouth is, and put some money, do the team boneyard thing, and just not just complain just to complain, because that's not doing anything.
All right, let me ask you this: how do you get people to pay for a bad product? That's the problem. You got to win. The winning has to come first, because you can't knock on somebody's door, or you can't email somebody or cold call somebody and say, we want you to give money to NIL to guys that are going to finish the season 1-11. It's not going to happen. It's just, it's almost the chicken or the egg situation. But in this case, you got to win first before you can start knocking on doors and, calling people and asking for money.
Well, I mean, I think you need to go to the people that have been there for years, and just that have been just there talking, and say, look, you've been just talking, and we've seen these teams like App State and Marshall and ODU that Liberty.
But they're not doing it with NIL money. They're doing it by recruiting.
Look, I agree with Todd's point. It would certainly help.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if everybody complaining isn't. Some of the people are complaining because they have paid money and they want to see a better product. But I agree. Everybody needs to do what they can, Todd. But people are going to complain after what they saw tonight and after what we've seen this season.
They're entitled to complain. I mean, I get it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are, love this program just like I do. I mean, but I'm saying that like just complaining alone is not going to do it. You need to take action, and that the action is going to be that not going out to eat for that like extra $5 meal a month and get that money to the program, because it's gonna add up if we get enough people on board to pay that, because that's just the environment we're in these days.
Well, let me ask you this: is that going to change the play calling? Which is what a lot of people are complaining about. They're not complaining about the athletes on the field. They're calling about, Donnie's play calling, and they're talking about, Mike Houston not putting guys in the right situations and things like that. So, I mean, you got to win on the field. You got to make decisions on the field. You've got to put people in position on the field to be better and make better plays.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I mean, you're right. I mean, but we have to have the players on the field in order the players that it's going to take to get us there.
All right, I got you, Todd. We got to move along.
Yep.
And look, we're talking about losses to App State, Marshall, and Rice. I mean, how much more are they paying their players than we are? We got to win those games.
They're not, but what they've had is tradition. They've won a lot of games, buddy.
And so have we.
Chicken before the egg.
Yeah. Thanks, Todd. Let's go to Skip in Raleigh next. What's up, Skip?
Hey, Clip. Hey, a couple of things, just small things. One thing that I saw that really just kind of threw me off track was the quarterback, sees the play clock directly in front of him, and we get delay of penalty, we get penalties and all this stuff. It's the same thing we've been talking about all year. But also, and Marcus and Jason can talk about this, not Billy, can talk about, within 3 seconds, the ball needs to be released. That's as much time as you get to move around in the pocket. If you don't do it within 3 seconds, and you're out. That's all I got.
So you're saying I don't know that? I mean, I said that a couple weeks ago that these guys weren't getting the ball out quick enough. What's that got to do with anything? I know about football.
Let me talk.
I'm letting you talk.
You don't look. No, you're not. You're interrupting me while I'm talking.
Well, I asked you a question.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that I don't know that a quarterback needs to get the ball out within 3 seconds? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know that you do. I think you feel like you know everything about the game.
How's that?
I think you do.
How is that? How do I feel like I know everything about the game?
Number one, you got two guys that are sitting over there to your left.
And they agree with me on 90% of the stuff that we talk about in this studio. So what else you got for me?
It's hard. I don't know, Billy, because it's hard to hear them because you talk all the damn time.
So what else you got for us, Coach?
No, I called you Coach Weaver and you two. I can learn a lot from you since you know everything. I'll have a good night.
See you, Skip. All right, that's the second caller that told Billy to shut up. Jason, I don't even remember what he was talking about.
He was talking about quarterbacks getting the ball out within 3 seconds. Yeah, that's got a lot to do with the receivers catching the ball and dropping it too, because he's not getting it out quick enough.
Shut up, Billy. If anybody else wants to tell Billy to shut up, I'm here for it. So call in 317-1250. Shirley said no. Mark is up in Cary. Hey, Mark.
Hello there. How y'all doing?
Hey, buddy. How's it going now?
Probably better I beat twins.
Wait. Okay, what you got?
I wish I could have called in earlier or thought about it. Have y'all looked at the stats for the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because, total yards, passing yards, rushing, we got them every which way you can think of on the stats.
Not in the red zone.
Again. Well, okay, and that's what I was just going to ask y'all. I don't know the game the way y'all know it.
I don't know the game at all. I'm going to put that out there right now. I don't know the game at all.
All right.
Well, the last caller, well, I hear you.
No, we did. We talked about this earlier, Mark, because I brought it up on the UB stat sheet. Felt like a Lincoln Riley era game where we outgained them, we out time of possession them, and Jason said, "Don't matter because you didn't put the ball in the end zone. You kicked field goals. That was the deal."
Okay, well, that's all I had, fellas.
All right, buddy.
Good night.
Get some sleep.
All right, thank you, Mark. All right, it's early out. Well, earlier where Logan is. Logan's in L.A. Hey, Logan.
Hey, I only called to hold the line so you guys can go home and go to sleep. Have a good night.
What a guy. Logan, you're the man. Thank you.
What did he say?
He called so a line would be full so nobody else could call in so we could go home.
Thank you, Logan.
That's a hell of a move. That's the play of the day right
Call
there.
again, Logan.
That's a team player.
You called. Do you have 3 more phones? All right, let's take a break. We are getting close to last call for your calls. So 317-1250. More to go. U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show after this.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Defense!
What are you doing?
You haven't heard? Carolina Hardscapes has the best defense in Pitt County. And you know defense wins championships.
What? No. They have the best fence company in Pitt County.
Wait, they do fencing now?
That's right. Just give them a call at 364-1201 and they'll get the job done right. And don't forget, they still do patios, pools, and mulch.
Wow, now that's a championship caliber company. Carolina Hardscapes. Enjoy the outdoors.
What do I like about being a local agent for Farm Bureau Insurance? Above all, I like helping people. Using my insurance experience to make Pirate Country a better, safer place. Insurance is a necessity, and I take pride in helping people find the right coverage for all their needs. I'm Brandon Manning. Call me at 252-531-1812 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote, and to learn more about Farm Bureau Insurance and how they can save you time and money. That's Brandon Manning at 252-531-1812.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates. Get ready for tailgate season at Shimmer Boutique. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer has the best selection of game day apparel and accessories for ladies. And gentlemen, Shimmer has a newly restocked wide selection of t-shirts with brands like Local Boy, Old South, Southern Fried Cotton, and the newest edition, Pimp Shrimp. Shimmer has everything you need this fall. They carry the largest selections of Yetis and Hey Dudes and more. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique with locations in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville. Go Pirates!
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Yo, ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, almost 1 a.m., still taking your calls. The chat boys are still buzzing. Billy Weaver and Jason Nichols here. The big dog, Glenn Griffin, Shirley Rhodes, and Kenny has called back in. Kenny in Blunt's Creek. What's up, Kenny?
Clip, I appreciate y'all letting me get in here. I tried 2 or 3 times. I'm sorry, my phone is just acting stupid. And after listening to everybody talk tonight about the game and the players and this and that, I got to say that I was kind of upset, about the game. But after listening to the call-ins and realizing it's all Billy's fault, we have just...
I will take 100% credit for this loss.
Billy, I don't know. What is it, man? One week you're a Rooster Neck, next week you're the worst guy on the radio.
He's an easy target, I guess.
I don't know.
You know everything, but hey, look, you guys see it, and we don't like to beat a dead horse around here, but we have to. The play calling is atrocious. It's almost like I said before. It's that word that Clip does not like, unacceptable. Some of the stuff we do, when we need third and 2, 3rd and 3, and we throw 30-yard routes with the guy covered. First downs, the last time I checked, keeps the ball moving, gives you more chances at scoring. We're horrible in the red zone. Eventually, Mike Houston has got to say that what Donnie K's doing is not good. We all see it. The quarterback play, both of the guys, they're not doing the job. Okay, I joked around this week, earlier in the week. Holton actually put something out about doing some quarterback classes, and I almost tagged both of them guys in it, and I thought, well, that would be ugly.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to. Maybe we need to bring that boy back in, and I know they had 4 years under him, but heck, they ain't learned nothing. So I don't know. We're all frustrated as Pirate fans. We love our Pirates, but we get frustrated when we see how many times we were in the red zone and we cannot punch it in. and it's some of the dumbest play calling I've ever seen in my life. So we're going to chuckle a little bit more about Billy. So you got that's the funny stuff, man.
All right, Kenny.
I'm going to go home and cry tonight.
Hey, man, yeah. Hey, look, I'll tell you what. I'll leave you with this. I hope your Commanders win tomorrow.
Wow.
I
can't believe
it's only because we're playing the Eagles, and he wants us to beat another NFC East team.
Yeah.
I know what you're going for there, Cowboy fan.
Hey, y'all beat the Cardinals, and we couldn't.
That was shocking.
That was.
Wow.
I couldn't even enjoy y'all getting beat, because I did tell you y'all were going to lose by 17. Couldn't even enjoy that because we got our butts kicked.
The NFL's crazy. Thank you, Kenny. See you, buddy.
Hey, have a good night. Thank y'all. Go to bed.
All right, man. There is Kenny in Blunt's Creek. Let's get to our Brown and Wood drive of the game. I'm looking for the exact numbers on it before we bring it up. It is the Brown and Wood drive of the game, brought to you by Brown and Wood, serving the Pirate Nation in eastern North Carolina since 1937. Brown and Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville. Brown and Wood on Greenville Boulevard, Greenville, online, brownandwoodauto.com. I know it was a 7-minute drive, and I know it was an 80-yard drive, and it was double-digit plays, and it took a while, but we finally cashed in the only touchdown of the night, Rajay Harris, and that was definitely the drive of the game because it ended in 6.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No questions.
All right, last call for your calls. It's almost 1 a.m., so we got to get out of here. 317-1250 if you want to get anything in. More to go on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter call-in show after this.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint, and no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260. Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
At Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, they've got the best plays in the playbook. On Sunday, come and enjoy NFL football with $12 domestic buckets, $1 wings, and $3 domestic draft. Monday night, it's $6.50 chicken sliders, or get 2 hot dogs with chips for $6.50. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest info on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Coco's Sports Bar off of Greenville Boulevard right behind Logan's Roadhouse. Your play of the day all week long. Go Pirates!
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Yo ho, yo ho, it's Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, still got about 200 folks watching us, and thank y'all for listening out there as well as we hit 1 a.m. About time to wrap it up here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Go check out one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the high standard of customer service next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement on Memorial Drive in Greenville, next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville, and the U.S. Cellular store in the Greenville Mall behind Chick-fil-A. All right, gentlemen, we've gone through quite a bit tonight. Really disappointing loss here because you look ahead and see what's left on the schedule. And are the Pirates going to be favored in any games this year? Maybe Charlotte, maybe Tulsa. We'll see what happens. But Tulsa put it on somebody last night, and I cannot recall who that was in the league. It was Temple. Thank you. So I don't know. This is one that this was kind of the barometer. Where are we in this American? Where are we right now? And we're behind Rice, unfortunately, Billy.
Yeah, this was the chance to show what you had, and they didn't show a whole lot. They really didn't. I thought this game was going to be the one to kind of propel them to the rest of the season. They were coming off big momentum from the 44-0 victory at home over Gardner-Webb. They showed some good things in that, and this was kind of the litmus test, and I think they failed.
Jason, put your coaching hat back on. What are we doing this bye week? What can we do? Well, you got a weekend off, a lot of time to prepare for your next game. What can we do to improve what's going on right now?
I'm being honest, Clip. The unfortunate thing about college athletics is you don't get to go and turn your roster over right now. So the only thing you can do is go out here and try to get better fundamentally. You know, why are we missing blocks? You know, is it because we're taking the wrong step or whatever it may be? Why are we dropping balls? You know, are we not focusing on that and go the extra route with that? And it's down the list, you know, from each position to each coach. What can I do to get my group better? And you got to do that because I told you earlier I had to calm down. I was hot. I mean, I was pissed off with what we saw tonight, just like a lot of Pirate fans are. We're better than that. You know, we're proud Pirates, and we want those guys to win, and we've done that a lot here at East Carolina, and we're going to continue to do that. We just got to get it fixed, and I don't know, maybe it is a 6-6 season. I hate to say it, but I look at that schedule. I don't know where we're going to get another one at.
Right.
To be honest, I mean, yeah, we'll be favored in Charlotte, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they'll favor us in that one, but we got a tough road ahead. We're gonna find out how tough we are. You right? This is what we say. Coach Houston's a tough guy, and he wants a tough football team. We'll find out exactly how tough we are.
Jason, thank you for soldiering through on this Saturday into Sunday. Weave, you as well. Appreciate it, gentlemen. And thank you all for tuning in. Shirley, awesome work as always. Thank you. And Big Dog, thanks for coming in late night tonight with us. And appreciate y'all checking us out as well here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Hey, we got a Saturday off. I will take that. We'll be back with you Thursday the 12th for ECU SMU. Bud Light pregame tailgate will begin that day at 3:30, I believe, and we'll be with you once again late night after the game on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll talk to you Monday at 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live. Final score tonight, 24-17 Rice over East Carolina. Pirates dropping to 1-4 on the year. For Shirley, Big Dog, thanks to Marcus Crandall for joining us today as well. J. Nick and Weave, I am Clip Brock. We'll see you next time, a couple of Thursdays from now, on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East